just ahead on CTV News.
Maryland State Police gave an update on the suspect connected to that shooting that happened earlier this week. I'll have that story coming up on CTV News.
And the state passes new legislation aimed at reducing gas and electric bills. Plus, Simon Buggs has our Wednesday sports page. These stories and more on CTV News, starting now.
This is CTV News for March 18th. I'm Anaya Falcon.
And I'm Jonathan Hunter. Thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with our top story. We have an update on 3 separate shootings that happened on the Beltway earlier this week.
That's right. The last we heard, Maryland State Police had a person of interest, but he has now been upgraded to a suspect and is now in police custody. Our Brandon Williams has more from College Park.
Jonathan and Anaya, the residents of Prince George's County, can rest a little bit easier tonight after that suspect that is connected to those 3 shootings that happened on the Capitol Beltway earlier this week is now in police custody. The suspect has been identified as 44-year-old Kendrick Lamont Savoy, who was arrested 16 hours after all 3 shooting incidences. He is being currently held without bond in the Prince George's County Department of Corrections Center, facing attempted murder charges. He was arrested by Prince George's County Police Officer Kareem Kelsick. I can also give you guys an update on one of the victims that did sustain a gunshot wound to his leg. He has been released from the hospital and is now in stable condition, according to County Executive Aisha Braveboy.
We have one mission, and that is to ensure that there's public safety here in Prince George's County. And when someone violates that, our job collectively is to hold them accountable. And that's what was done very swiftly, quickly yesterday in Prince George's County.
Let this arrest send a clear message. Those who endanger our community will be identified, pursued, and held accountable.
But what solved this case and what made it such a quick apprehension is the collaborative work between the 2 organizations.
The investigation is still ongoing, and they will be delivering more information as it becomes available. But for now, in College Park, Brandon Williams, CTV News.
Thanks, Brandon. Savoy is facing 6 charges against him.
A growing problem in the county continues to reign on. County police arrested the suspect on your screen during an illegal car rally meetup in Laurel on Friday. 20-year-old Diego Emmanuel Guerra was pulled over when police found a stolen gun in his car. Guerra is from Virginia, and the gun was stolen from Texas. He is currently being held in the county's Department of Corrections. Crime Solvers is offering a $500 reward for information about an illegal car rally before it happens.
And last night, the Maryland House approved the Utility Relief Act, which is new legislation aimed to reduce Maryland residents' gas and electric bills. The final 108-25 vote included 10 Republican votes, even though the House spent a large part of Tuesday morning beating GOP attempts to change the bill. The legislation will reduce a surcharge on monthly bills that support Empower Maryland, which gives Marylanders access to free and reduced prices for smart thermostats, efficient appliances, and weatherization. The governor's office estimated ratepayers' savings at $150 a year. And the Maryland Senate approved the state's proposed multi-billion-dollar spending plan yesterday. The cost of the state's proposed fiscal year 2027 budget is about $70.8 billion. What was taken out and not approved in the spending plan was a proposal to remove a tax on IT and data services. The 3% sales tax was projected to bring in $500 million. However, reports show that the tax only brought a total of $35 million this year.
Lawmakers in Annapolis are discussing a bill that would prohibit those who were convicted on January 6th from serving on state boards. Senator Cheryl Kagan introduced Senate Bill 962 in front of the Senate Education, Energy, and Environment Committee yesterday. She argues those who storm the U.S. Capitol should face consequences for their actions. In addition to banning them from serving on state boards, the bill would also prevent them from receiving special appointments from the governor for certain positions. A Maryland Senate committee pushes a bill forward known as the No Kings Act. The Senate Judicial Proceedings Committee approves Senate Bill 346. If passed, the measure would allow people in the state to sue federal agents for violations of their constitutional rights. State lawmakers in support of the bill say the measure would hold federal officers like ICE agents accountable, while some legislators are opposed to the bill, saying it would target federal agents. The bill goes to the full Senate for a vote.
And concerns continue to grow over the absence of a beloved state lawmaker from Prince George's. Senator Joanne Benson of District 24 has not been seen in the Maryland Senate at all this session. After more than 3 decades working in the Maryland General Assembly, the 85-year-old is not seeking re-election. Reportedly, Benson is considering resigning in July. And reports show that if she steps down, the Prince George's County Democratic Central Committee would appoint someone to fill her seat. CTV News reached out to 5 other state senators representing Prince George's on this matter and have not heard back. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Anaya Falcon.
And I'm Jonathan Hunter. Still to come, a job fair is seeing record numbers specifically from the African American community.
High, food is high, bills are high, car notes are high, mortgages are high. And it goes to show me that a lot of our people, African Americans, are in need.
From the beginning, America has depended on the courage and resilience of those who serve in our armed forces. For 250 years, they've been there for us without fail, putting their lives on the line, defending our freedom, helping us become the nation we are today. At Wounded Warrior Project, our mission honors the past by building a better future for post-9/11 veterans, service members, and their families. Our life-changing programs and services help warriors improve their mental and physical health, access the VA benefits they've earned, and connect with their communities, their purpose, and each other. Warriors have given us their best. Join us in supporting them through the next 250 years of strength, resilience, and recovery. Visit woundedwarriorproject.org/USA.
This is a journey no family ever expects to take. I know because my family has been where you are now. We all asked ourselves the same question: why us? I wish we could give you the answer. In our hardest moments, we found there was a whole community of support waiting for us, holding each other for the bad news and the good. So please, let this house remind you how loved you are and how strong you are. With all our love, from one Ronald McDonald House family who stayed to another.
Welcome back. A Prince George's County jury has awarded a $933,000 verdict to a Bowie homeowner after a neighbor had her trees cut down. The plaintiff in the case was out of town on a work trip in February of 2024 when the defendant called Unlimited Tree Service to cut down the trees. The plaintiff sued Unlimited Tree Service and the defendant in January of last year. Shortly before the trial, the defendant settled his claims and exited the lawsuit. The verdict is the largest in Maryland's history involving a case stemming from the destruction of trees.
In the Greater Washington Region Clean Cities Coalition hosted a job fair today in Upper Marlboro. I spoke with some of the attendees that shared their struggles while on the job hunt. The Greater Washington Region Clean Cities Coalition hosted a job fair today in Upper Marlboro, bringing out hundreds of job seekers to connect with over 40 employers. 66-year-old Everett Harris was one of them.
So I came here thinking it would be beneficial, but just getting information and barcodes is not enough for me. I want to get hired.
Harris says he's frustrated as he just got married last year and lost his job 4 months later. Since then, his wife has been paying the bills.
I don't feel that I'm doing the best that I can to take care of her in the household. If I'm sitting at home and she's working, the man is supposed to lead, not the woman.
A sentiment that some of the men in this room might have also felt. Organizers say in the over 4 years that they've hosted these job fairs, they have never seen this many Black men show up. A sign of the rising unemployment rate for Black workers, especially Black men in 2025.
We're seeing people who've been looking for a job for well over a year, many former federal employees, federal contractors, recent college graduates are having a very difficult time, but I'm really concerned. I've not seen the job market this bad since 2008.
A hard reality that 35-year-old Janae Queen King says she's feeling.
Many times you see opportunities and you go for them, but you're excited about the opportunity, but you don't hear back. So having something in person, that's very important.
At the very least, I hope many people get interviews, and then also, most importantly, more people get jobs so they can save their house, take care of their family, and live with pride and dignity.
And the GWRCCC is planning to host another job fair in June within the county.
The Montgomery County Police Department is dealing with a growing staffing crisis, from a 14% vacancy rate to 71 officers being eligible for retirement within the next 3 years. County leaders are working to bring the numbers up by offering retention incentives for veteran officers and offering signing bonuses of up to $20,000. Their last resort is trying to recruit civilians to handle technical responsibilities, which will allow the detectives to focus more on the serious crimes.
And switching back to Prince George's, we're calling all animal lovers out there. The county's animal shelter is hosting a series of drive-up dog and cat vaccinations starting this Sunday. Your pet can receive a rabies vaccination and get microchipped. Marilyn Perez with Animal Services says they are happy to provide this service for pets and owners who may have fallen on hard times.
We are so happy that we can offer this low-cost vaccination clinic to our county residents, especially during this financial crisis. A lot of pet owners are not able to afford basic necessities such as vaccinations, food, and so we're happy to be able to assist our community in that way. We will be offering a rabies vaccine and a microchip. And for the rabies vaccine, for all dogs, cats, or ferrets, they do have to be 4 months or older. And then for the microchip, there's no age range. They could be, as long as they're over 8 weeks, they can get a microchip.
And the list of dates and times are right there on your screen. Owners must register beforehand and bring proof of residency. To sign up, you can visit PrinceGeorge'sPetsForUs.com or you can scan the QR code on your screen.
Travelers nationwide are experiencing major headaches and long lines as they get through the TSA. The partial government shutdown has led to TSA workers missing their first full paycheck just last weekend. With no pay and still expected to work, this has forced more than 3,000 TSA workers to leave their jobs. In some cases, TSA agents are simply not showing up to work. CTV News spoke to travelers at BWI Marshall Airport as they headed to the security checkpoints.
Heard about the long TSA lines. Were you concerned at all about those?
No.
Are you concerned at all about those long lines?
A little bit. That's why I'm trying to hurry to the security.
TSA officials want to encourage all flyers to download the My TSA app for the latest information.
All right, listen up, Costco shoppers. It's time to check your fridges. The giant wholesaler is recalling a meatloaf meal over potential salmonella contamination. If you bought the meatloaf with mashed Yukon potatoes and glaze between March 2nd and 13th, with sell-by dates between March 5th and 16th, toss it out immediately. You can also return the products to your local Costco for a full refund. The contaminated meat was sold at stores throughout the DMV as well as other states. No illnesses have been reported so far. And still to come on CTV News.
I sat down with a local woman who has had a successful career as both a lawyer and a college professor. You don't want to miss it.
My fiance is a veteran. He was a combat medic in the Army.
I did tours in Korea, Germany, and Bosnia before I got injured.
There's been a lot of wear and tear on his body.
My knees are bone on bone from doing all those jumps and lugging my backpack and all that gear around. I was also exposed to toxins.
When Yusuf was he needed help getting his disability benefits.
Luckily, DAV came to the rescue. They fought for me the same way that I fought for my country.
Every year, DAV provides life-changing support to more than 1 million veterans like Yusuf, helping them get the benefits they've earned so they can achieve victories, great and small.
Now Yusuf is paying it forward. DAV has been instrumental in helping him start 2 healthcare technology companies that are working to help veterans everywhere.
My victory is never giving up and finding more ways to serve.
He's pretty amazing.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
From the tiniest creature to the mightiest giant, every species shapes our world. Bees pollinate the plants that feed us. Elephants carve paths that keep forests healthy. Coral reefs protect coastlines and marine life. When wildlife flourishes, so do we. A healthy, natural world gives us clean air, water, and food. It helps us recover from disasters and fight diseases. Nature's impact is powerful, but it's fragile, and we all have a role to play in keeping it strong. A person, a community, a movement. Together, we have the power to protect wildlife, restore habitats, and build a sustainable future. Let's protect our planet, our future, our home. Find out how at wwf.earth/species.
Have you ever thought about who ensures politicians are following the laws when they introduce legislation? Well, for years, Donna Whitman in Upper Marlboro has done that for both politicians and education leaders. Today, I had the pleasure of speaking to the attorney about her journey. From a very young age, Donna Whitman knew she had a passion for writing.
I came from a very artsy family, and theirs was all visual. For me, if I had to say my art, my craft, it was in research and writing.
That passion led her to study at Howard University's law school, and for over 30 years, she has had a successful career as a lawyer, and at one point, as a legislative officer for the Prince George's County Council.
And so all we did was write legislation, research and write legislation. And that was another awakening to me as to the importance of keeping politicians legal.
After the death of George Floyd, she was instrumental in helping to write legislation for Prince George's County aimed at holding police officers accountable.
What that bill required was the surveillance cameras, and that they be reviewed and that they be released to the public.
In addition to being a lawyer, Whitman works as a Howard University professor. Her specialty is education policy. She has a passion for training education leaders.
My job as a professor is to make them understand the policy, to make them understand the case law and what their responsibilities are.
What advice would she give to a young lady who has aspirations to become a lawyer?
That right now is a great time to go into law because you have so many challenges. And I mean, it's the challenges that make you grow.
And Whitman also holds a degree in theology, and she says that is what she calls her fun degree. And Anaya, I can tell you, I had a lot of fun putting together this story.
Yeah, it was definitely very inspiring, especially during Women's History Month for sure. So I know for Women's History Month, you have another story coming up too, right?
Yes, tomorrow I'm going to be interviewing a Prince George's County author. She's actually going to come to the studio. I'm going to do an interview with her. She wrote 2 books, so I'm excited to put together that story as well.
Wow, powerful writers, definitely inspiring for me as well. Thank you. So in honor of Women's History Month, we'd like to take a moment to highlight a woman who has been a determined and fierce leader in higher education. Dr. Amanita Bro has been the president of Bowie State University since 2017 and serves as the first female president of the university in its 153-year history. Since taking the position, she has been dedicated to building on the legacy and rich history of Maryland's oldest historically Black university.
It is truly our hope that silence will never be an option for our students. This is a unique moment, and here is where we start to lay the foundation for our students, ensuring that they understand the liberal arts and build from there, learning how to think critically, communicate effectively, and yes, engage in our democracy.
And Dr. Bro has just been named to the Maryland's Top 100 Women's list for 2026, making her third time winning this achievement. She will be honored on Monday, May 4th at CQ Arena at Towson University. Congrats, Dr. Bro.
Well, another person in the county has just become $100,000 richer. The retired county woman bought $20 worth of tickets and was floored when she discovered her grand prize. The Forestville woman purchased the tickets at JB Liquors in District Heights. The store will receive a $1,000 bonus for selling the ticket. The winner told lottery officials she plans to use the money for some home renovations and will invest the rest. And I know, Anaya, if you had that $100,000, you would probably do the same.
Oh, for sure. Definitely going to invest into my child and generational wealth, of course.
Exactly. And probably buy a few purses too, right?
Sprinkle it in there.
Okay, exactly. Exactly. Don't go anywhere. Simon Buggs has our Wednesday sports page.
Yes, that's right. And I hear he's helping send off the Lady Terps basketball team.
What's going on, sports fans? Don't go anywhere because coming right up, head coach Brenda Fries and guard Sarah Poffenbarger of the UMD women's basketball team touched on their upcoming March Madness tournament matchup against Murray State. Find out what the pair had to say when we come back.
When a child is fighting a critical illness, there's one truth that touches us all. Every child deserves a childhood. Is more than one joyful moment. It sparks a ripple of hope that transforms communities far and wide, even yours. When we grant wishes together, we unlock something bigger, an irresistible movement of kindness, strength, and unity, a spark that uplifts us all.
The whole spirit of what Make-A-Wish is and does, that isn't just life-changing for one individual or one family. That is world-changing.
Become a wish maker today and be part of a journey that truly changes lives.
James was diagnosed at 3 months old with neuroblastoma. We went from thinking we had a healthy little boy to all of a sudden he had this super serious cancer. It was heartbreaking. He had chemotherapy until he was just under a year old, and at that point he was in remission.
Went that way for a year and then relapsed February of 2023, and here we are finishing up treatment, hopefully.
The research is extremely important, and anything we can do to support research and find more cures is worth it.
Knowing that it's contributing something like one more piece of the puzzle to curing this horrible disease. We all want the same thing. We all want our children to live and have long, meaningful lives.
All right, everybody, I've got a great sports page lineup for you today. Let's get right to it. Beginning with some college hoops news, the UMD women's basketball team is gearing up for their first game of the March Madness tournament. Maryland will be taking the court against Murray State to begin tournament play on Friday at 3 o'clock. Now the Lady Racers are no joke, y'all, finishing the regular season at 31-3. And head coach Brenda Fries and guard Sarah Poffenbarger gave their thoughts on the team ahead of their matchup.
Our scout is very detailed, but they have a front to back scout, so just we'll be prepared for them, and everyone's got to do their part.
I think Murray State's a great team. Anyone in March is a great team. I think Coach B does a good job of reminding us that we go into March 0-0. March Madness starts kind of everyone's the same, and everyone can win. Everyone's really talented. They have a big three that they play really well together. But I think for us, we just have to keep the main thing, play Maryland standard. And when we get back to playing together, playing for each other, rebounding, running, and defending, and doing all those things, I think we have a great chance to go far.
Sticking with news out of College Park, congratulations to Terps lacrosse players and goalie Brian Ruppel and defenseman Peter Lake on earning Big Ten weekly honors. Ruppel earned Big Ten Specialist of the Week after recording a season-high 14 saves in the team's 13-12 triple overtime win against Virginia this past Saturday. He also collected 3 ground balls in the dub as well. Moving on to Lake, he earned Conference Defensive Player of the Week honors after recording 2 caused turnovers and 4 ground balls in the win. Maryland will take the field next versus Penn State on Saturday. Meantime, it's an exciting time for Commanders fans like myself as the team has made a ton of free agency moves. And today I'm going to shine a light on one of my favorite signings, linebacker Leo Chenal. Chenal comes over from the Kansas City Chiefs where he won 2 Super Bowls. Now the 25-year-old is a very versatile player, and he recently touched on his growth to being a jack of all trades.
I can really be anywhere, whether it's on the line, off the ball, defending a pass down the field. It's just really kind of building off things. Eyes are continuing to progress and make plays into coverage as well. So it's not only defending the run, but being able to drop back, cover a tight end, whatever coach asked me to do, I'm ready to do it.
Definitely hoping you ball out for my team this season, Leo. And wrapping up sports, the Washington Capitals will take the ice tonight against the Ottawa Senators. The puck drops at 7:30. And that wraps up your Wednesday sports page. From College Park, Simon Buggs, CTV Sports.
All right, thanks, Simon. Looking good right there in College Park. Now we're going to get a look at our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight will be partly cloudy out. Tomorrow it's going to be mostly sunny. We'll have a high of 53. Friday will be mostly sunny with a high of 60, and we have a 50% chance of rain Friday night. Saturday we warm up to a high of 67, and it will be mostly sunny.
And for our community calendar, this Saturday, the Junior League of Prince George's is hosting its 3rd annual Women of Color Symposium. This event will examine evolving workplace realities and include a networking hour, workshops on equity and AI, and a panel discussion. The Women of Color Symposium takes place from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Greenbelt Branch Library. For more information, email info@jlpgc.org.
Have a story to tell? You can reach out to our CTV News tip line.
Just give us a call at 301-386-4085, or you can send an email to ctvnews@pgctv.org. As always, we look forward to hearing from you.
And that wraps up CTV News for now. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.
I'm a firefighter.
A teacher.
I'm a farmer. I'm a barber.
A waitress. A mom. We're all part of your community. Every day we move in and out of each other's busy lives.
It's easy to take for granted all the little moments that make up our everyday.
Some are good,
others not so much.
But that's life. It's when you experience a moment of uncertainty, something or someone's behavior that doesn't seem quite right.
These are the moments to take a pause.
Because if something doesn't feel right, it's probably not. It's not about paranoia
or being afraid.
It's about standing up and protecting our communities.
One detail at a time.
Because a lot of little details can become a pattern.
We
trust our instincts.
Just like you should.
Because only you know what's not supposed to be in your everyday.
So protect